Hey YouTube, it's Esdra1 coming to you with a deck profile for my new deck, Gogogo Zombies. Pretty much, it's a really fun deck to play. It's actually pretty competitive if you build it right. And so here's my take on it. Alright, start off. Run 3, Gogogo Ghost. It's pretty much the engine of the deck. The effect, for those that don't know what it does, this card is special summoned. You can target one Gogogo Golem in your graveyard. Special summon that target in face-up defense position. Then change the card to defense. Change this card to defense position, and it can only be used once per turn. So off the bat, it's an automatic rank 4. And then it's also a beat stick. So if I can't special summon it, I mean, it's still a 1900 beater, and that's always good. So then you've got two Gogogo Golems. Pretty much, it can survive destruction once per turn. If it's in face-up defense position, it cannot be destroyed by battle. But like I said, the main reason why it's in there is to be special summoned by Ghost. So I run 2 of those. Then I run 2 Gogogo Giants. Another beater. Its effect is when it's normal summoned, I can target one Gogogo monster in my graveyard and special summon it. So really the play is to have Golem and Ghost in the graveyard. Normal summon Giant, special summon Ghost, special summon Golem. So I mean it can, I mean, that's one rank 4, or I mean 1-2 material rank 4, or 3 material rank 4, depending on the circumstance. So it can be pretty good. Run 2 Pyramid Turtle. Basically its job is to special summon Ghost. It special summons every zombie that I play in this deck, and it's kind of a weird choice for me because I'm used to running it and Goblin Zombie, or just Goblin Zombie. And in this build, I decided not to run Goblin Zombie because of the fact that my focus is special summoning, and even though it can add Zombie Master and Ghost to my hand, it's just not the way that I want to play this deck. So, speaking of Zombie Master, I run 3. This deck is, like I said, it's all about special summoning and swarming as much as possible. So, this is one of the few builds that I actually run 3 in. I'm really used to running 2, but I'm trying this out, and so far I like it. And 2 Blue-Blooded Onis. It's just a great card, especially since, you know, I'm spamming XYZ monsters all the time. And so it just lets me continue to go off, and allows me to turn out basically like 3 monsters in one turn. So it's pretty cool. 1 Mizuki, because it's a staple in every zombie deck. And I'm testing 2 Illbloods. My reasoning for that is, obviously, I can special summon Ghost, I can special summon Zombie Master, and it's just, I mean, you know, it's a decent card. I've always tried to find uses for them. I can also bring back the, you know, occasional Plague Spreader from my opponent's graveyard. So it's, you know, it's just a good card. Then into the support of the deck, I run 3 Revival Golems. For those who don't know what this card does, it's you know, big defense, 2100 defense, 100 attack. It's pretty much nothing, but you can the effect of Revival Golem can only be used once per turn. When this card is sent from the deck to the graveyard, activate one of these effects. Either special summon this card from the graveyard or add this card from the graveyard to your hand. So what happens is, say I'm running Card Trooper. If I mill him, when it's sent from the graveyard, I can either add him to my hand, so I have a monster in hand, or I can special summon them automatically. Most of the time I'm special summon them because I already have a level 4 monster on the board, so I can, exceed right off of that. It's good to go to my hand if I have Zombie Master in hand and a target in the graveyard, because then I can pitch out and special summon, another zombie and still go into a exceed play. So it's a really good card. I'm not sure why a lot of people aren't running it, but it works for me. Run 2 Trag, pretty much OTK protection, and finally 2 Grand Soils. A lot of people don't really like Grand Soil, and I can understand why. With the number of Earth type monsters that I run in this build, it's kind of just something I want to play around with. Every time that I've drawn them, I've been able to play them. So it's been consistent so far, and it just works for me for now. That's it for monsters. And for spells, I run 2 Duality. Obviously for consistency, trying to get cards in hand that I need. I run 3 Catapult Zone. Now I've seen a lot of builds and pretty much none of them run this. It's a field spell. Once per turn, if a monster you control would be destroyed by battle, you can send 1 rock type monster from your deck to the graveyard instead. So this combos extremely well with Revival Golem. So say you go to swing over my Zombie Master. I send out Revival Golem special summons itself onto the board. So I've got 2 level 4 monsters right there on your turn. Then when on my turn, I summon another one and go off from there. So it's a great card with that. It also fuels Gogogo Golem to the graveyard, so that I can special summon Ghost or normal summon Giant and get the effects of that. So it's a really good card. It's really annoying. People have to waste their resources just to get over that. So run 3 Book of Lives. Like I said, just trying to special summon as much as possible, and it also removes a threat from my opponent's graveyard. So it's just a good card. Run 1 Terraforming for deck thinning and trying to get to that Catapult Zone as quick as possible. Get to another one if I feel like my opponent's going to destroy it anytime soon. Stable Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, and Heavy Storm. Run triple MST, basically just to get rid of the back row. Pretty much that's my main threat in the deck. If they bottomless Golem or Giant or Ghost, I kind of have to rework how I want to play. So pretty much I have the ability to get rid of any threats before I go off. So that's always good. And finally, 1 Pot Avarice. Basically just to recycle the rocks into my deck, basically so that I can keep using Catapult Zone or to manipulate the graveyard for Grand Soil. As you see, I don't run any traps. My thoughts on that: Solemn Warning is about to get hit to 1. Sure, I could, run things like Bottomless and Comp and D-Prison, but I feel like in game 1, if I'm not running any traps, all my opponents' MSTs and all their night beams and heavy storm are useless. Then game 2, I can side in that kind of protection and then, protect myself a little bit better. So, still working with that. So far, I like it without the traps. I tried it with traps, but, we'll see how it goes. For the extra deck, which I'm still working on, trying to make sure that I have all the options that I want, because the the options are endless, pretty much. You can go into any rank 4 almost any time. So, that's what it's built of so far. So, one Fairy King, Albert Ditch, can't pronounce it, but, the reason why I have this in here, I have drawn, through playtesting, I've seen times when I've had 2 Revival Golems on the field, or Revival Golem and Gogogo Golem, and I don't really want to, do anything with them. But what I'll do is I'll exceed into this, because once per turn you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card. All non-earth monsters currently on the field lose 500 attack and defense. So if I have to swing over something that's basically like 2,800 attack or 27 to 2,800 attack, I use it so I can get over them, or also to manipulate for Grand Soil. So it's a decent card. A couple of times I've used it. 1 Photon Papilloperative, just a good card. I mean, it switches things. Let me see what a person has in defense, or whether or not it's a threat, before I really go off. So, Black Ship of Corn, it's a great card. Utopia, 2 Gemnite Pearls, it's my beat stick. 1 Abyss Dweller, 2 Maestro, and then for my 3 material rank 4s, Vylon de Sigma, which is just a great card. The number of times I've taken, a monster from my opponent and their whole deck is that attribute, it's just, it's funny half the time. So, 1 Shockmaster, considering bumping it to 2. Only problem I have with it is it being weak, pretty much, because it's just really easy to get over at times. But it does have a great effect. And then I have 2 Gogogo the Risen. The reason why I'm running this is because it's huge. 2950 attack, 2800 defense. So, playtesting against Heretic build, basically trying to get over Red Eyes, 2800 attack, and for a while I didn't have anything to get over that. So if they brought something, with 2800 attack, I was kind of screwed, unless I went into Vylon de Sigma. But like I said, it just wasn't enough. So I'm testing this out. It's all right so far. Could be replaced. And then the final 2 spots that I have in the extra deck are going to go to Lavabo Chain when it becomes legal in the TCG. It's a ridiculous card in this deck. It's a ridiculous card basically in any deck. Lets you, set up plays faster. It even lets me OTK in this deck, which hopefully I can get some videos later on that. And yeah, so that's the deck right now. I'm still tweaking it out, trying to figure out perfect way to have it built. If you got any comments, suggestions, or questions, let me know. And rate, comment, and subscribe.